gonna be a back in time watches video, and today I'll be sharing with you the first time that I've watched Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So actually, I just gotta say that when it did came out in theaters, I did not go see it. Me and my sister did not went to see it when it came out. But I remember, I think one of the first Harry Potter movies me and my sister did see, and that was Chamber of Secrets. But that was okay, but that'll be another time of sharing that story, because I mean, I do remember that, but I think somehow I remember that I kind of forgot that I'd seen it. But here's the funny thing, because like I said, I didn't went to see it when it came out, but, and I know this might be late, but to me, I feel like if you watch a movie for the first time, no matter how old you are, it doesn't matter whether if it had came out in theaters or if you had first seen it, whether if years went by and you're seeing it for the first time, maybe on TV, if it's maybe on Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, or if it's on, let's say, Tubi or free on YouTube. And I'm not a sponsor, by the way, I'm just saying that no matter if you watch a movie for the first time, whether if years have gone by after the release, and no matter how old you are at the time watching it, even if it's on a streaming service, it's never too late, to watch a movie for the first time that you've never seen, even if it came out in theaters. So that's what happened here, because yeah, I never went to see it when it came out, because yeah, I just never did. But there was a reason for that. And not only that, but I think, because yeah, I remember even at that time when it did came out, I haven't really, I think I must have heard about it, but I don't remember thinking, oh, I want to go see it. I think I would like to have seen it, but I know my mom would have let me. But like I said, there was a reason for that. But I remember, I'm really trying to think. I think that I remember the first time watching Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It was actually when me and my sister were spending the night or spending the week with our friend Kelly, when we were living in California at the time. And I remember she asked us if we'd seen the Harry Potter movies before, and we were like, no, we've never seen it before. And she's like, really? And we're like, yeah. And then of course we told her why we've never seen those movies before. And then she's like, well, she says, I could let you watch them, if you want to watch them. We're like, yeah, we would like to watch them. And so, because, of course at that time, of course we were adults, so we're like, yeah, you know what, it's different now, we're adults, and if we want to watch it, then we're gonna watch it. And whether if someone likes the fact that we're watching these movies, especially because it has to do with magic and witchcraft, now believe me, I don't like witchcraft, but the thing is that it's like, well, because this is a fictional movie and everything, it's like, if we want to watch it, then we want to watch it, and if we do like it, then we do. But even if we don't, then okay, then we don't. But I remember as we were watching the first one, it was just, I don't know, I just felt like, so let's see, around that time, I'm trying to think, when was it? I think it was around, what, maybe 2000, either 17 or 18. So around that time, I was either, yeah, I was somewhere in my 20s around that time when I had just first seen the first one. And so after seeing that, I thought, this is actually good. Like, I find the story quite interesting. This was a fun, movie, and it was just like, and yeah, I thought, what, I actually really liked this. I enjoyed it, and I actually liked it better than Twilight. And speaking of Twilight, I did a popcorn chat on it. So if you want to check it out, uh, yeah, it's right there. You'll find it. You'll find the video right next to this one. So yeah. So, and the funny thing is, because even around that time when we were first watching the Harry Potter movies, because even before then, my sister, she was a fan of the Twilight movies, even though I never was a fan of the Twilight movies. But even though there are some things I thought, okay, there are some things I do like here, but again, it could have been much better. So yeah, all I saw is that it just needed some fixing, needed some, fixes, some tweaking here and there. And it's like, okay, make it better. So even though I was never a fan of I can't speak, but even though I wasn't a fan like my sister was at the time, but as we started to watch the Harry Potter movies, then my sister became this big Harry Potter fan more in Twilight, and then she started to realize, I think she started to realize for herself, like, you know what? I actually enjoy these movies. I enjoy these Harry Potter movies more than Twilight, and not only that, but like, this is more interesting. This is more fun, and just, of course, quite adventurous. Like there's a lot more, I would say there's probably a lot more depth and personality when it came to the characters, and I feel like there was a little bit more going on with the Harry Potter movies than with Twilight. And so yeah, it's like ever since then that changed. You went from being a Twilight fan to also now being this big huge Harry Potter fan, and all of a sudden it's almost like it's like from that point on, she's like, okay, you know what, Twilight's just stupid, it's pathetic, you know what, I hate it now, like, I'm getting rid of these things that I ever had of it, which of course she did. And, that's fine, because there are some people who are like that, where they could be, I mean, I don't know how much that's happened with someone, where if they were a fan of a certain franchise, but then once they watch another franchise and they love that one even more, and they completely throw the other franchise out the window. It's like, okay, goodbye. you know? Like I said, I don't know if if anyone has, and I can't speak, I don't know if anyone has ever gone through that, but if any of you have, or anyone else has, let me know. But yeah, I remember as we came to watching the first one, like I said, I was somewhere, I'm guessing, okay, let me just calculate here. Okay, so if it was 2017, then if it was at that time 2017, then oops, oh my gosh, I'm messing up. So if I okay, so if I had first seen Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, if it wasn't 2017, then I was 25 at the time, but if it was in 2018, then I was 26. So, and like I said, again, or maybe it was a little sooner than that. I'm guessing it could have been, what, 2000... Okay, I'm trying to think. Maybe 2013. So let me see. Let me just check real quick. So that means if I had seen it in 2013, for the first time, then that means, yeah, I was 21. So I'm guessing I was somewhere in my 20s when I had first seen the Harry Potter movies, but like I said, again, it's never too late to watch a movie, even as an adult. Like, even if you've never seen a particular movie when it came out, when, like, let's say when you're a kid, but then you first watched it maybe as a teenager or even as an adult, it's just never too late. You know, it's not. So, yeah, that's what happened here. And so, like I said, I remember after watching the first one, like I said, I really liked it. And I did enjoy it. And I remember thinking, okay, well, I thought this movie turned out good. I actually liked it, so I don't see how, why my mom wouldn't let me and my sister watch it. But like I said, of course, it had to do with the fact that of magic and witchcraft. So that I can see why. But I'll just say, just because this movie is a fictional movie of this book, and since it's not really saying, oh yeah, this is what really happened, so this is based on a true story. Now, if it was that, then I think that would have scared me a little bit more if it was. But since this was more of a fictional book of this fictional story that was just, really good to watch, it was entertaining and just, likable, then yeah, I just thought, you know what? If I want to watch these movies because I want to, then I'm going to, because I find that these are, good movies and I do like them. And so, like I said, yeah, that's what happened. But then, I just want to say this real quick here, but when it came to the second one, there was one thing I was not expecting, and that was, of course, I would say, I really like part two as well, but when it came to watching part two for the first time, there was something I saw. It, and there were, I did not expect. And that was when Harry and Ron went to the Forbidden Forest and they had to talk to this spider, Aragog. And because hearing his voice, I was like, oh gosh. And as soon as he comes out, like, he's gigantic. And so I remember during that whole scene, I was so terrified. I remember I was just screaming, and my arms and hands were just like shaking. So I remember I was just like, okay, I couldn't. I feel like I couldn't control how terrified I was during that scene. But yeah, I remember even when that part was over, I thought, oh my gosh, like, no one told me. There was no warning about there being a giant spider. And here's what I feel too. I feel like when it comes to spiders in movies, I feel like there should be a warning, especially to those who are arachnophobes, like for those who have arachnophobia. Yeah, I would say for those who are arachnophobic, if that's how you say it. But for those who are like me, like myself, like, please give a warning if there's any spider seen at all, because for those who are arachnophobic, who have arachnophobia, then yeah, please give a warning if there's any spider seen at all, because when those scenes happen and they just show up and it's out of nowhere, it's just terrifying and it's so unexpected, and I'm like, what just happened here? Like, there's no warning, so yeah, but then again, like I said, that's just pretty much what I'd say about that itself. But yes, as for the first one, like I said, I remember I just really liked it, and I thought, you know, I really like these. And here's I do remember watching a bit more, pretty much all of them. But then, of course, I remember thinking, okay, maybe what I should do is watch all the Harry Potter movies and see which ones are my favorite. And then, of course, I found out which ones are my favorite. Um, but yeah, I just want to say this though that like I said, so that's pretty much it of the first time of watching Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So yes, like I said, I liked it and I do like it. It's just this entertaining and enjoyable movie of this, fantasy movie that takes you to this whole other world, and with these, very likable characters, and with this, good story and everything. So that I did enjoy for the first time. And of course, it's something I still like to watch, and of course with the other sequels as well. So yes, that was the first time that I've watched it, and how since then, my sister is now a huge Harry Potter fan. I'm also a fan of the movies itself, but I think she's probably a bigger fan than I am. But that's not to say that I don't, love the movies, because I do. It's just that, yeah, like I said, I'm still a fan. I am. So yeah, I'm just glad that my friend Kelly introduced uh, to me and my sister with the Harry Potter movies, and how since then we continue to watch them and enjoy watching them as well. So yeah, I'm really glad of that. So yeah, that is it. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this of this story time of watching the first one for the first time. And so for more movie content, reactions, and dreams, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. That's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.